Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special Avatar draft here on the channel. Today, we are joined by one of the best draft educators in the world, and also just one of the best drafters in the world. He is host of the Lords of Limited podcast. You might know him as LordTupperware on Twitch. It's Ethan Sachs. Welcome back to the channel.
Thank you so much for having me, Nikolai. I'm excited to try and redeem myself after my last performance here.
As I like to say on the channel, if the deck does well, you get all the credit. If it does poorly, I get all the blame. So there's no redemption needed. It's always great having your assistance and mastery in the drafting portion. But what do you think of Avatar?
I'm really enjoying it so far. I feel like I'm keeping my fingers on the pulse of the discourse as we're, rounding the end of week one of this format being live. And it seems like most people are liking it too. And there's some sort of specific rules of engagement, I think, for the format, some color and archetype disparity, but I'm enjoying it so far. And I think the gameplay and the mechanics are just incredible.
So rules of engagement is a term that you often use on your podcast. And for people who might not know it, it's generally like, oh, these are like things you should know before drafting that are like the bare minimum to like have like a reasonable draft kind of. That's like the way I think about it based on when you've explained it in the past. What are the kind of ones you think of for when you have Avatar in mind?
Well, so a lot of the mechanics, or I guess like firebending, I feel like sort of defines a lot of what you need to do. Like firebending existing defines what you need to do in the format, whether you're the one firebending and then you need to be aware of like how to best take advantage of that. And it's a lot less about like, thinking about something like the cadets. Like, yes, it's nice to dump the mana into it to give it +1/+0. But really what you want to be doing with that mana is using it to cast actual spells or like, blowing your opponent out in combat or whatever. And so how do you do that? And what sort of how you fuel that is with lessons, etc. So there's sort of a firebending lessons thing happening when you're the one firebending. And when your opponent is the one firebending and you're the one facing that, you also need to be playing to the board, having cheap interaction, etc. So I feel like that's what's locked up in. I mean, there's some other things, but that's what I think of most when I think about how to engage with this format.
Yeah, like how do you either be the aggressive deck that uses the synergy pieces, or how do you fight against the aggressive deck that is using synergy pieces? And it also not only impacts the way you build your decks, but also the gameplay, where you might want to hold up a removal spell instead of deploying something if you're on the back foot, that sort of thing as well, because it is so much easier to snowball these games. Are there any decks in specific? So you said you like the red firebending decks. Are there any like cards in particular we should keep an eye out for in the draft?
Oh, that's a really good question. Yeah, I mean, I love the Jeskai life, and I really like playing like red blue or red white if I can. But so it's more about like the things that I like in this format in the draft portion is like, because the power level, there's power level gaps, I think, in terms of card quality. And when you get to turn cards into like something like Otter Penguin is a really good example, the 1 in a blue 2/1, that when you draw your second card, it gets +1/+2 and is unblockable until end of turn. Like that card, if you can make that card really good in your deck, you're going to get a lot more power out of the draft, because you're getting like one of the best cards in your deck is going to be a common, and that doesn't happen for a lot of decks in this format. And so I really like getting to do that. And like the cadets is another one example of that, of like, ooh, can I get some cheap lessons and then fuel that and some good instants? So I like to be on the lookout for that. And we might, hope maybe we'll just get a good deck because it's early in the format, but we might get some spice. I've cast many Aang's Journeys, I've cast many Barrels of Blasting Jelly, like I've done 5-color nonsense too, and it's viable. So
classic. It's always nice when you say a card and I can't immediately remember which one Aang's Journey is. I'm like, which one is Aang's Journey again? Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I still can't think about which card it is. What's one Aang's Journey?
It's the colorless lesson that like finds a basic.
Oh, I've played that card. Yeah. Not always. It's like great when you're like, oh, yeah.
It's not good. It's not a good card, to be clear, but sometimes you just have to, suck it up and play some bad cards to fix your mana.
Yeah, I had the classic where I had the Zhang guy that let me copy lessons, and I cast it and copied it. So I got 2 lands and gained 4 life. And I was like, good. And then I had the next game where I used Zhang to copy the firebending lesson and killed 2 of my opponent's creatures on turn 3. And I was like, oh, this is a little bit better than getting 2 lands. But yeah. And let's get into the queue here. But as we get into the queue, are there any colors you're avoiding or strategies you're avoiding in the early days of the format? Like you're like, oh, this is kind of weak. I haven't liked this, or is it still too
I
early to tell?
I really don't like black decks. I mean, I
Mhm.
specifically, you would be hard pressed to get me to draft black white at this point, but really black decks in general. I just think like there are some really good black rares, and that's something that is true about this format. Like it's quite bomby, and I think mid range decks get into some trouble, or I guess decks that are just trying to like eke out incremental value. I think get into trouble because there are you might lose to the decks that go fast, and you might lose to the really good bombs in the format that like if you're just trying to grind things out and then your opponent plays united front and makes X allies and then puts counters on everything, like you're just gonna lose that game. And I think black struggles with that quite a bit. I think
Mm-hmm.
it lands, I think it's got some good removal and whatever and support stuff, but the sort of trinkety sacrifice life is not something I'm trying to live, which is a life I like to live a lot of the
I
time.
know it's yeah.
I just think it's pretty bad in this set.
Yeah, a little bit out of character. I was like, oh my gosh, the trinkety. As soon as I hear the word trinkety, I'm like, oh, that's like his MO. He loves the trinkety
Yeah,
stuff. But
I
I mean, I guess if
do.
you're not enjoying it in this set, that probably means it's not the best place to be. I found that green has sometimes felt like a little lackluster at like the lower rarities, where like there's not
Hmm.
like green commons that I'm like, oh man, I got this green common. Where like the other colors have like one or two commons that are like pretty solid, but green has some good uncommons and it's a good support color as well, I think.
Yeah, I should warn you, and you're the one driving the bus here, so you've got the mouse, you make final decisions. But if our draft is straightforward, great. But I am also not afraid to like bop around. Like I really want to make sure I'm taking the best cards out of most
Mm-hmm.
packs, and I'm fine because I feel like taking the best cards out of most packs in pack one either leads you to finding the open lane or leads you to just a pile of good cards. And I think you can tie that together, and I think green does help you tie that together a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy to bob and weave as well. It's always a kind of fun challenge. Okay, we've opened our first pack. Our rare is a land, which is something to consider, I guess. And then we've got kind of an uncommon I've been very unimpressed with. Another uncommon I've been very unimpressed with. I mean, feels like kind of a weak pack, honestly. I mean, Heartless Act comes to mind, maybe.
Yeah, this is a bad pack. You have to take Heartless Act, I think. I don't think you can really make an argument for something. Like even with me saying I don't want to draft black if I can help it, like I think it would be a disservice to take something like I don't know what you would take, It'll Quench Ya over it.
Yeah,
You
that
could
seems like a
it
yikes.
I think that's bad. I mean, I think It'll Quench Ya is a good card and it's a lesson in a color that cares about lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Heartless Act is enough better that you have to take it here.
Yeah,
Um, little story about Ember Island. What is it? Production. That's the
production. Yep,
clone.
yep.
Um, I also don't think the card is very good. Except I did play it in a deck with 3 of the submersibles, and when you copy that,
Oh.
it's a 4/4, and then you get to put 3 counters on it. So it's pretty sick.
Oh, I read Ember Island as choose one or both the first like 500 times I read it.
Oh,
I was in my
well,
first
that would
draft, and then it wheeled, and I was like, "Why did this wheel?" And then I reread it, and I was like, "Oh, that makes more sense." So
yeah,
we've started with Heartless Act. I mean, this is such a like kind of an embarrassing common, honestly. But
correct.
I think we're looking to the uncommons here. Maybe Water Tribe Rallier coming to mind as a pretty strong card. There's Zhao if we wanted to stay black. What do you like here?
Yeah, I think Water Tribe Rallier again is just far and away the best card in this pack.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not far and away. Like Razor Rings is also good. Yeah, but this pack is pretty weak, and this is why like the power level gap of stuff is pretty weak. But like, let's point out a card in the first time flyer is a card in this pack that like is an example of a card that when your drafts are weak, if you can make a deck where like if you end up in blue and first time flyers are whipping around the table and you can make that consistently 2 mana 2/3 flyers, like that's a good spot or a better spot to be because sometimes your drafts are going to be underpowered in this set.
Mm-hmm. So the last pack, you said you liked Razor Rings, and Path to Redemption was in the pack. Do you like Razor Rings over Path to Redemption?
By a lot. Yeah, like if I'm in a aggressive deck, I'll play like maybe one Path to Redemption. I think the aura based removal is pretty bad in a
Mm-hmm.
world with airbending. Like it's just
Yeah.
tough to leave pieces of cardboard on the battlefield.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I've had that experience many times where my opponent does that to me and then I airbend it away, or vice versa, and you're like, yikes. But this pack has some good stuff. There's Fire Nation Cadets.
Uh-huh.
There's Lost Days. Kyoshi Warriors is great. There's
Uh-huh.
Sokka, who I haven't gotten to try yet. Ty Lee.
Sokka would be my pick, I think, out of this pack. I just think it's strong. It's nice that it has Vigilance in conjunction with Water Tribe Ralliers.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's the best card here. Not by like a ton. Like, and I think if this were pack one, pick one, you could make a case for taking like Fire Nation Cadets instead. But I think I would just take Sokka there.
Nice. This pack, important thing on Foggy Swamp Visions: the creatures do not get haste when you bring them back. I
Did you
I
cast this card?
I had it in my deck and then I never drew it, and I was kind of excited to draw it in like many cases. And then I read it again. I was like, they don't get haste, but I still thought it would be okay because you can like get all the ETBs and stuff. But yeah, I put it in my deck one
No,
time. Do not
that's
think it's
funny.
that great. There's a Path to Redemption if we wanted to stay white. There is Abandoned Attachments for blue decks. Price of
There's a bit.
Freedom.
Okay, I think we should take abandoned attachments, but for content, we could take the black shrine. There is a white shrine from our first pack that could wheel, and we
Yeah.
could lose our minds if you wanted.
Do you
Just
think?
throwing it out there.
I'm down. But like I don't think we're really missing that much with the card we would have been taking anyway. Also, Northern Air
No.
Temple might have wheeled. I mean, Abandoned Attachments is fine, but it's not like anything crazy.
Well, the problem with abandoned attach. I mean, I think abandoned attachments is a good card, but like, I don't know. It does stretch us into okay. Well, I guess we could be white, blue, white, red.
Yeah.
So
You said
here,
the one deck you don't want to play is white black, and here we are. Yet here
here
we
we are.
are.
Right, we're 4 picks in. We're not that deep. I think I would just take the white ally here. I think
Yeah,
that card
Avatar
is good.
Enthusiasts.
Yeah, I would take that. I think that's good enough. I mean, if we were committed to the shrine bit, we would take Aang's Journey here. But I
That would
am
be a bit too committal, I think. That would be.
not. Yeah, I think I'd be hoping to draft something a bit more respectable. As I said, I wanted to redeem myself, but we'll see if that is an option.
Yeah. Where are you at on Waterbending Lesson and these like pure card draw type effects?
I like waterbending lesson. I mean, I think it being a lesson, like lesson as a type matters most of the time, and so it gets a bump for that. Like, I think my
Yeah.
blue decks are happy with one of those.
Yeah. This pack has no white cards though, which is maybe a bit of a yikes for us.
Yeah, I think I would just take Wolfbat.
Yeah.
I think that yeah, the 3 mana 2/2 that like dies into a 3 mana 2/2 essentially is I think fine enough. I don't know. Is there something else you want to take here?
I mean, Serpent's Pass for our Shrine deck, but
Yeah. If the white shrine wheels, maybe we'll have something to
yeah.
talk about. But
Ooh, Azula's nice. And I've also
I
been
like
impressed by
Azula.
Teo. Um,
I agree.
Teo's been way better than I thought he'd be. I was like, oh, 4 mana 1/4, yikes. But then like I played Teo once and I was like, oh, this card's doing some
Yep.
work.
Yeah, it's an overperformer for sure.
There's also
So
like
between
the
the
3 mana.
two,
Yeah, we're playing black though, and like I
yeah,
think that makes a big difference. Especially it's good with Wolfbat.
I agree.
It's also nice to have these threats like Sokka. If you play this, they kind of want to kill it, so you can't draw cards. And then you play Azula, they kind of want to kill it, so you can't draw cards. And then if you do have like a bomb card at 5 mana, they kind of don't have removal left.
Yep. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
Cat Gator. I like Cat Gator.
I like Cat Gator. I have not really got. I guess I've played it once, but I like that card a lot. And I think I do like it better than Sold Out.
Yeah, I think it's better than Sold Out as well. Sold Out is pretty solid. The thing I like about Cat Gator is if you have airbending stuff, which white black does, then like
Yes,
airbending it is
yes.
super good. I set up the combo
Mhm.
of this plus the Appa that lets you airbend every turn, and that did not make the game last very much longer when you're just slinging 4 damage a
Yeah.
turn. You're just like, please
Also
don't have a
good
removal
with
spell.
the reanimate. Like you can just pitch it and then get it back. Okay, look, the shrine didn't wheel. We're fine.
We're smart.
Don't worry, folks.
Thank goodness. Yeah, we're safe. Saved from ourselves. There's Geyser Leaper, which has been okay. There's
Just take the Rakdos hybrid card. I think
yeah. I haven't
like none of
actually
these cards
played this
really
card.
matter. That's fine.
Yeah. Vindictive Warden. This card, I tried to combo it with the like mythic red enchantment that like does extra damage. Like you put flame counters on it, and then you can like ping them. I forget what it's called, but yeah. Earth Village Returns. Ruffians, I mean. I guess it's our color.
Yeah. Again, fine.
Yeah, this is the sort of disparity between the rarities, though. Like, you see this card on one hand, and then you see, like, some crazy upper rarity cards.
Yeah.
Wow, Lost Days
Uh,
still in the pack.
I guess we take that
I mean, we only have
over
2 white cards. We could
a
just be blue
crawler.
black.
Yeah, we could be blue black. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Lost Days is like nuts or anything, but it is probably better than whatever pick 11.
Price of Freedom.
Uh,
Barrels.
yeah, I would take barrels. I think you're probably not primed to play it.
Yeah.
I did play Daily, the discard spell. I played a couple of those in a red black deck with a number of the cadets because the cadets really want you to have like going cadets on one into Thoughtseize you and then start firebending is pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I had yeah, I've never seen that card cast. Okay, we opened Aang Swift Savior, which is a pretty strong
Okay.
one. We also
Yep.
have I like Team Avatar a decent amount. And
Me too.
then this pack kind of falls off a cliff after that, I think.
Yeah,
Um
and I think we would be happy with a wolf bath, but I don't think we should take it over those two cards that you mentioned.
yeah.
I think it's tough because we have Cat Gator, so we want to be heavy black, but I think Aang is too good
Yeah.
to not take here.
Yeah, Aang's really good, I think. And also, like, it's a pretty decent splash because you don't mind using it in the late game because then you are easier to flip it. And
Correct.
I've actually never seen this flipped, but the threat of it flipping has caused some concessions where you're just like,
It's
okay, this
it's
is just.
it's interesting if you end up playing it just to throw out you'll find that um it's a bit of a puzzle of do you flip it before attacks so that you get the trigger or do you flip it after attacks so that it's evasive and then when they can't block it you flip it into a 5/5.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I had it in a deck before and I never flipped it, but it was very
Yeah.
good as just the 3 mana 2/3 mode. This pack has Baifong's Bounty Hunters. It has Knowledge Seeker. It has not the Spirit Oasis. That was a mishover. But yeah, what do you want to take here?
Yeah, I mean do you want to go like multicolor nonsense with the bounty hunters? I think you should
I,
probably just take knowledge seeker.
yeah, I haven't. I played against the Bounty Hunters and it was insane against me. Where I was like, oh, I can never.
Yes.
I didn't have any removal spells, but we didn't see really any green cards pack one. Um,
But
it seems
it's so sick. Like it's a 4/4 that dies into a 4/4.
okay. Let's take it. I'm down.
Okay. All right.
Whew, immediately rewarded. Um,
Rewarded with what?
the lion turtle. I don't know. Um, I don't think we're that heavy blue. I think we're
Uh,
more so splashing blue anyway, and so I don't really mind splashing another card, the Baifong. I totally forgot that this card dies into a 4/4 itself. Like that was something I missed on this
it's
card.
so gross. I guess you
Yeah,
take Judy here. I think Judy's kind of bad,
yeah.
but what else are you taking? You're taking
I
I guess
mean,
there's a land, there's
I
the
think there's a good
tormenting
chance
voice.
we're only splashing the white. I think probably. Judy's okay. We don't have that much black. We could just take the land. We could take the Bender's Water Skin.
I would just take the 2-drop.
Yeah, we kind of need some twos
There's
here.
the 4/4. That 4/4 is very good. So is
Oh,
combustion technique, but it feels like red is the one color we're not. We
yeah.
could be black green. We could be black green and
Yeah, we
not
could.
play the Aang.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. We just avoid the Sokka and the Aang. Avatar Enthusiast isn't looking crazy. Water Tribe Rallier was our second pick. That could work out.
Hmm.
I haven't actually played this card yet. You say you like it?
I mean, again, free earthbending is good,
Yeah.
and this is free, and a 4/4 is big. I don't know. The other option is deadly precision, which we could take too.
Yeah, I feel like the Boulder's probably going to be better for us here. Though we're doing the classic of like switching into a second color pack too. Though we were seeing like last pick Foggy Swamp Blindbender, so it could be the greens open. Cycle of
But we were
Renewal could be
basically,
helpful.
yeah, we were basically mono black at the end of pack one anyway. So I don't think we're not really like switching.
Yeah, we're not
But
doing
yeah,
anything crazy here.
I think cycle is fine here.
Yeah, I'm excited to try and cast this card. I think this sort of deck also does better in best of three, where you aren't just getting curved out on instantly every game, because that is like,
For sure.
like we're kind of slower, but we are kind of getting the power level here. And Cycle
Hmm.
can single-handedly fix for our Aang Swift Savior if we really wanted to.
That's true.
Um, there's a black-white land. There is
I think you
black
just
red
take
guy.
the green mana dork. I think
Yeah, the raucous
it's
audience.
a good 2, and you have good 4s to ramp into.
Yeah, that makes sense. We have a couple of really good ones. We have 3 really good ones actually. That's actually a
Yeah.
great point. Yeah, that makes sense. And we don't really need to play the Aang. That's kind of a very unlikely anyway. And we do really need 2-drops. Ooh, the Kyoshi Island Plaza.
Well, well,
Um,
well. How
well. There's also
how
Callus
deep do you want to
Inspector
go?
and Badger Mole.
I would take Badger Mole. I think.
Yeah.
I don't. I think Callus Inspector is not playable particularly.
Really interesting.
Yeah, and I was pretty high on it. I had that as like a notable comment in our Crash Course episode. I thought this was going to be good. I think it's bad. Ooh,
Shared Roots,
nice.
Ostrich Horse.
Shared Roots and Horse are both great. I think for the same reason that I want Raucous Audience, like ramping to 4 in this deck is really good.
Yeah. Also, we have like Cat Gator, so even late game getting extra swamps could be useful.
Mm-hmm. And it being a lesson, like you don't have anything that cares about lessons yet, but okay,
Wow.
all right, green
Wheeled
black,
Raucous
all right.
Audience. Nice.
This
Peddlers came.
is not bad.
Yeah, Death Touch is a good mechanic as well. I just always like Death Touchers.
Yeah,
But I feel like 3 is not
all
our
right.
weak point.
No, I also think we can before pack 3, we should clean up what this deck looks like a little bit.
Oh yeah, we can cut some of the white cards. Got the Sokka. We wield the Spirit Oasis. We're gonna wheel the Kyoshi one.
We could have done it. I don't think we should. I think you should just take that green.
Seismic Sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this card's pretty good. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ostrich Horse now.
Okay, moving into green seems to have panned out really nicely. I cannot believe, is that the Fire Nation Attacks card?
Yeah.
What the heck is that card? Is nuts.
Yeah, that card's one of those ones where they flash it in at instant speed. Oh my gosh, Deadly Precision Wield. I feel like our black-green swap was really, really good.
This was good. This was a good. Well, I don't think I would have done it. I think I would have taken the Seeker and been real sad. But I'm glad you took the rare.
I literally only took the rare because you said it died into a 4/4. I had totally misread it. I was like, wow, they're just going to kill it and I'm going to be sad. But yeah, this worked out real nice. Okay. So going into pack 3, we've cleaned things up a little bit. We'll still have to do a little bit of tidying because there's some bad cards in here. But we've got pretty solid deck here, it looks like. And we opened up an Azula, which I like. We opened up Sold Out. Tundra Tank is a card, I guess. There's Sparring Dummy.
The Sparring Dummy is also not a card.
Oh, okay.
But,
I haven't played it or against it, so I just wanted to.
It's so bad. It's so bad, I think.
It reminds me of that 1/3 like uncommon that was like insane in that one format, but you had to pay one to do this kind of effect.
Well, but that one, like when it wasn't a land, you got to like keep it on top. So
right.
Ensured that you drew gas. This one does not.
I'm taking Azula.
Okay.
Do you want to take Sold Out?
We are slightly lacking in the removal department, but now you get an Earth Rumble, so that's sort of shores that up a little bit.
I'm kind of like not all in on the ramp out an insane 3-drop, but we have 3 2-drops that help us cast a turn 3 4-drop play, and I feel like playing Azula on turn 3 is pretty scary.
Yeah, I think
also,
well, I guess we basically just have Heartless Act as removal right now, and Barrel if we're
and Deadly Precision.
And Precision, okay, it's not the worst, but yeah, I definitely like Earth Rumble here.
Yeah,
maybe you can wheel the 2-drop ally, but
yeah, the
green one.
Bearers. Oh, the green one. Yeah,
no, the green one.
Yeah, there's Ruinous Waterbending. The only time I've ever seen Ruinous Water. Oh my gosh, the Eagle.
That's sick. Yeah,
the only time I've ever seen Ruinous Waterbending cast was the turn after I cast my first ever Gather the White Lotus to get 5 1/1s. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. They killed my entire board state. Like, what the heck? Raven Eagle's messed up, though. This card's really strong.
Eagle's very messed up. I agree.
There's also another Seismic Sense. Hopefully that wheels like the last one, though I doubt it. It's pretty good. There's another Pox Bearers. There's Suki, which I like. I mean, the uncommons are pretty strong. And then, I mean, we'd play Rocky Rebuke, I think, as well.
I do too, yeah.
And then Fortune Teller is really strong.
Yeah, this is a good pack.
Yeah, that's a strong one. Okay. There's May, there's Foggy Bottom Swamp, and there's Sold Out. Is there options here, I think?
I think I would take May. I think May is pretty good. Like you're aggressive. Like you're
Yeah,
either ramping into stuff or just trying to curve out. And I think
yeah,
May helps you in both respects.
yeah. I think the land is definitely not a consideration here because we just like there's way better cards. Swamp Snare Trap again. I thought this had flash for the longest time. It does not.
No,
Um,
no, it does
but
not.
not my favorite card.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
feels
May's
like a
pretty
card
good.
that is a trap should have flash, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Merchant? Zuko's?
I want to take the conviction, I think.
Yeah. What do you like?
Well, I mean, it's really good. You've got your fours are good to get back.
Yeah.
Certainly the croc is really good to get back.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't I just don't think we need the derpy 2-drop.
Yeah. I haven't been that impressed by Merchant. Feels a little bit
No.
lackluster. And we could get one anyway if
And
we wanted one. There's also a
y-
Messenger
y-
Hawk.
yeah, I would take Hawk here pretty happily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Hawk is great.
yeah, I haven't played with it yet. It's always one of those cards where I'm like, do I need other synergies to make it good? Is it just good on its own? Um,
I
yeah.
think that's the right kind of question to ask. I think Hawk is just good enough in enough spots, like the fact that it makes two bodies, the fact that it's a flyer, the fact that it makes a clue and plays into the draw synergies. Like it
Mm-hmm.
just does enough, I think. This is an
Yeah.
interesting pick, I think, between the Badger Mole and the vehicle.
Yeah.
So I feel like the vehicle is kind of doing what we want to do. 3 mana 4/4 that's going to beat down,
Yeah.
but also Badger Mole is good. I don't know.
I'm down to try the vehicle. I haven't gotten to try it yet, and so this seems like a decent spot for it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ostrich
Now
number
the
2.
horse. Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot that also the horses make the reanimate spell better too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I think we can cut Barrels of
Yeah,
Blasting Jelly now. But yeah,
we can cut barrels
horse
for sure.
getting in
Yep.
there. Probably can cut Vindictive Warden later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, we got a sold out. Nice.
We wheeled
That's
it.
good.
Genius.
Yeah.
We got both
Yeah.
cards out of that pack. I knew that would happen, obviously. When I don't even remember what I took over it. I think I took another Azula. Do you ever play
Yeah.
half on color sack lands?
No, I don't think so. I have mostly found, oh baby, and we wheeled the 2-drop. That's
You
so
called
good.
that one. Like you actually called that one. Okay. Nice.
um I think unless you're like doing a real like ramp multicolor nonsense deck, when you crack a land, you're probably losing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
That makes
I don't
sense.
think the value lands are that good.
Okay. I think I actually tried doing it one time where I did play the like half on color. Whoa, Swamp Snare. I mean, I don't think we want Earthbending Lesson.
No, I don't think you're playing either of these, but
Yeah, maybe a sideboard card if I play against blue white because this is
oh
best of
right,
3.
yeah, 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 yeah.
This seems like a pretty reasonable sideboard card.
I agree.
Foggy Swamp Hunters.
What an abysmal card.
I don't understand how that one got made, honestly. Like, ooh, we wheeled Merchant
Oh,
anyway.
yeah,
With
yeah,
double Ostrich Horse. We're ready.
yeah. No,
Uh,
it's not the worst.
yeah. Okay. So, making our last few cuts here. When you make cuts, do you generally just like so I know some people like to start from scratch and add cards to the deck. I feel like we've got a pretty functional deck here already.
Yeah, I feel like the
Kind of like
cuts are mostly clear for me
cutting.
here. Like, yeah, I would cut Merchant. I would cut Warden. I would cut the Cycle of Renewal.
Yep.
I would cut what? Maybe like Earth Village Ruffians is pretty filler.
Yeah.
Wolfbat. How many clues do you make? Azula makes clues.
Azula, the
The
Nation,
eagle, the
the
hawk.
Hawk.
You make enough clues that I think I like Wolfbat.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about Judy being that good of a card.
Yeah, we have one,
So
two, three, four, five 2-drops kind of other than Judy, if we wanted
mhm.
to cut it. And we don't have really anything to sacrifice to Judy to make it good.
Right, yeah. I think I like cutting Judy and the Earth Village Ruffians.
Yeah, I like keeping Wolfbat in, especially with the Ostrich horses, because milling and Wolfbat is pretty good.
Yep, I
Um,
agree.
I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna be able to go 2-drop into 4-drop. pretty consistently. Like 3
Yeah.
copies of this, a bunch of good 4 drops. I think that's gonna be pretty good. And our removal suite ended
And
up rounding out with the wheeling of Sold Out.
And even though you have you have share roots, you have double mana dork, you have seismic sense, you have double ostrich horse, I think people would be tempted to cut lands here, but I don't. I would say you don't want to go less than 17 lands. One, because it's best of 3 and you don't have the hand smoother. But 2, you really want to hit your 4 drops on time. And 3, you have enough earthbending stuff that like extra lands in play is not that bad.
Yeah, they're just gonna be creatures, so I can cast my
Yeah.
spells and use them. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that makes a lot of sense. Well, we drafted a masterpiece. Do you like going 9/8 still? I mean, I think with our colors it makes sense, and the cat
Yeah.
gator at the top is still going to be good enough. I feel like dealing
You
3 or 4 is still good.
you honestly might want to go 9/8 the other way because of your
Oh,
3, because of
oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense because a lot of our acceleration and the seismic sense kind of want us to
Mhm.
go that way. Yeah, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
think this is a great deck. Ethan, where can people find you, and what are you going to be chatting about this week on Lords of Limited?
Yeah, you can find all my content at Lords of Limited YouTube channels where we drop our episodes, and or just find it in whatever podcasting app you have. This week we're doing, it's week 1 of a new set, so we're just doing sort of our normal info dump, talking about the things that we're seeing in terms of that rules of engagement stuff, what decks we're having success with, what cards have impressed, just as much information as we can throw out there in our first week of drafts.
Yeah, and I saw you've been streaming a little bit on Twitch. So I'll link your Lord Tupperware Twitch channel as well in the description. Lords of Limited on YouTube and any place you get your podcast. It really is a must listen if you're trying to get better at Limited. Thanks again, Ethan, for coming on. Fantastic as always, and I'll be diving into the games and getting some sweet, sweet wins.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. Thanks for having me.
Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people supporting my channel and my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. My mission is to make draft accessible for people around the world, regardless of their skill level, with my guides, sheets, videos, all of the stuff I make, and Patreon support helps me do that. So if you've been enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my goal, then Patreon is the place to go. You also gain access to cool bonus content like my card by card tier list and format dots document. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. And as we get into round 1 with a very keepable hand, I do really want to say Ethan is one of the best draft people out there. He has been making draft content for a very long time. He's a very skilled player, and he always does these kind of he explores the format a lot, so he has a lot of context. It's not just he like sees that something's good and drafts it over and over. He's always trying new stuff. He's always figuring out what's going to be good through experience, and I think that that's a really valuable thing. And I really do highly recommend Lords of Limited if you're trying to improve. And yeah, it's a great spot to increase your skill set. I think we are going to block here. It's going to kind of waste their turn 3. Turn 4, maybe we can kill their thing with Heartless Act. Okay, we're going to play our land first and then Seismic Sense. We definitely want more threats here. Azula on the Hunt, I think, is going to be better than Cat Gator. We're 1, 2. I guess we have 5 lands. Yeah, let's Azula on the Hunt here. But yeah, I always like to chat about what they're bringing. I think we're going to start with the Boulder because it plays around Lightning Strike, which they could have. Like, what else do they have here other than Lightning Strike? We'll get a second 4-powered creature into play. They don't have Lightning Strike. But yeah, I like to shout out the guests a little bit once they're not here because it's a little bit hard to be too effusive when there's somebody there listening because sometimes people get shy or whatever, but definitely cannot speak highly enough of Ethan. He just has concepts as well that have helped me become a lot better as a player. I hope they block and double pump. Okay, here's our Messenger Hawk. I think this is going pretty well. I kind of wish we'd gotten the Cat Gator, considering we drew the Azula the next turn and they didn't kill it. But if they don't kill the Azula, we're going to be in great shape regardless. Messenger Hawk looking pretty good here. Wow. Ember Island Production, not the card I expected them to play. Oh, that's a great draw. I'm not going to use Earth Rumble here. They do have 2 mana up. I guess it could be okay, but I don't mind making this trade. And then saving my Earth Rumble. Because sometimes you need to kill other stuff. May is going to be nice here. We're going to play this first in case they have It'll Quench Ya. Get rid of their Fire Nation Cadets. I mean, this bird is just super messed up. Very strong card. Serpent of the Pass. Okay. Draw our card with our Raven Eagle. Get the drain on. Ooh, that's a good draw. We are going to do this. Because if they kill our guy, we get something else. Especially because they're probably going to block Azula. And then... yeah, we'll play Raucous Audience, sure. And remember, if they play a non-creature spell, they're taking damage. And this gives us another creature that we can Earth Rumble with. Like, we could Earth Rumble onto this guy, honestly, and then fight this, and then make this a 10-10, and then... it's going to be important to remember they have this card for game 2 and 3. Nice. Got him. Good work, May. Your scornful striking has found its mark once more. Low and Lee. Okay. Okay. I was going to try, I think, fight Low and Lee, and then they can't win. They have to block the 6/6 anyway. I was just doing the math. Because if I fight the Low and Lee, I attack with everything. They have to block. Here, I sack the thing, they go to 1. Yeah, okay. So against them, we know they have Heartless Act. We know they have Serpent of the Pass. I don't think we really need to change much. We're already kind of well configured. They're not a Flyers deck, so we don't want this. I think we only want this if they're playing a Flyers deck. They're not milling us, so Merchant doesn't do much. We don't need the Ruffians, because we don't see, like, 3... like, against Fire Nation Cadets, it's nice to have stuff that, like, has 2 toughness usually. I guess Raucous Audience is crazy against that. This thing is an extra kill spell for the Serpent. if we think we need that. But I think we have plenty of kill spells for the Serpent or just big creatures. And we're ramping them out a little ahead of schedule. But we will have to remember they have the Serpent. Maybe one extra answer for Serpent wouldn't be that far amiss. Accumulate Wisdom is... We have some graveyard hate with our Raven Eagles, so we can always use that. It's really about whether we want this Barrels of Blasting Jelly as an extra answer to the Serpent. I think I am going to bring it in and cut a land on the draw. I know Ethan said don't cut lands, but this is like on the draw. When you know you're going to be on the draw, I think cutting a land is okay in this scenario. I'm prepared to be punished for that decision, but I like having the extra answer to the Serpent because I do have a lot of 4-powered creatures and not a lot of ways to kill something with 5 toughness. So it can kind of brick wall me. And I have enough colored sources and stuff. Okay, this is an easy keep. We are hoping to get the Bifong down on turn 3. I think we might shared roots here because that way they can't stop us from doing this on turn 3. Until I've seen It'll Quench Ya, I don't play around it. I know Ethan said he liked that card. I have not seen it do that much stuff. I was going to ask him about it, but I think it's probably like when you use it in the deck that he was talking about, like the Lessons deck, it does a lot more work. So they can double pump this, it won't matter. Let's lead with the May so that if they do want to use instants, they'll at least be punished for it. Play the Ostrator's. The May is really good in our deck because we have a lot of just creatures. Whiffing on Ostrator's. Classic vibes. They can't handle it. The Ostrator's too good. Also, Ostrator's really good with the Bifong. Bifong, that pick was a clutch one. I mean, that was a really good pick. Okay, we kind of dominated that round. That was pretty awesome. I feel great about this. We're 1-0. Hoping to get a trophy. But yeah, as I was saying, I think the Bifong pick was a really key moment in the draft because we hadn't really seen a ton of blue. And once he pointed out just how messed up Bifong... I mean, I had played against Bifong, and I think I realized how good it was when I played against it. But it dying into a 4/4 is pretty substantial. Okay, we're going to keep this hand. We aren't going to play Seismic Sense on turn 1. Because if you don't have a land or creature on top, you just, like, get completely obliterated by doing that. And we can just wait and do it a little bit later. Get some more selection. Okay. I don't think we want to hold a Heartless Act in the dark here. Maybe that would have been correct. May, Jaded Edge. Are you kidding me? How? How do we whiff 2 times in a row? Come on, Ostrator's, you're letting me down. Honestly, like, super bad for me to whiff. I kind of needed that land. But, alas. Zhong Zhong. This is tough. I think we go for this, though. Zhong Zhong is really strong, but they might not even be able to do anything too crazy this turn, and if we don't lose our Azula this turn, we're going to win. It's like a very close move. Like, what are they copying that I'm really scared of? The only, like, they could copy Deal 2, and that would be a way to turn a Deal 2 into a kill spell for Azula. But they're not copying it kicked or anything like that. The Firebending Lesson. And like, yeah. We really want to get our card advantage engine down. Okay, Earth Kingdom Jailer. Sure. I will block Zhang Zhang here. Oh, they have Lightning Strike. That is unfortunate. Hmm. So we're gonna take 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8. So we go to 8. We're taking 3 extra damage by waiting on this. I kind of want to make sure I get an attack in here, though. They already used 1 lightning strike. I'm going to do this. If they cast a couple spells, May's going to kill me. But also, if they don't have another non-creature spell. Like, why did they not use that before? I don't know. Wow. So they don't have a combat trick. Okay. And now it's top deck mode, but I have an extra clue here. Sack the clue first. Oh no. This is not ideal. This is not looking good. The extra 3 damage could come back to bite me. Down to 1. I would consider this an unfortunate series of events. I do have the Zuko card to bring back an eagle or whatever. Not going to be good enough. That's just... I think they probably had a lot of lands in hand, but... Oh, man, that was unfortunate. So against their deck, they're playing an aggressive deck. They have May. They've got Zhang Zhang. I don't think we want another clunky removal spell. Having the Swamp Trap actually seems okay, though, because it kills relevant 3-drops enough of the time. We're not going to shave a land on the play. We are just going to cut... I don't think Wolfbat's that relevant in this matchup. It's more of like a grindy card. On the draw, I might bring back in the Wolfbat. Similar reasons to before. The deck is a little prone to flooding, but I think it's also just does some really powerful things ahead of schedule. It was unfortunate to whiff with the Ostrich Horse. That was kind of unlucky. Okay, we'll keep this. Turn 3 Azula. Azula doesn't line up well against Lightning Strike, but they have turn 1 Momo. Okay. Momo. Okay, they've got Rumble Arena. Interesting. It's nice that they can't cast Lightning Strike this turn. Like, now they can cast it, but... Earth Kingdom Jailer, sure. This is okay for us. Definitely still pretty pleased with the way this is going. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe they didn't attack with the Freedom Fighters. Okay. Take down Momo. I guess I should have just taken down the Freedom Fighters there. Just killed that. Yeah, maybe if I just killed Freedom Fighters with the thing, I could have saved my Earth Rumble. They'd still have Momo. Yep. Okay. We're way ahead right now. Play the land first so that I can dig even deeper. What do I want here? Guaranteed value or sustained value? It's a tough choice. How am I going to win this game? I think I'm going to get the sustained value, hopefully. I don't have a good target for the Gator anyway. If there was a good thing to kill with the Gator, I'd be more tempted, but I also only have 3 swamps in play. There's a chance they play something I can't kill it anyway. Oh, that's a great draw too. Oh my gosh. Okay. They have 4 spells in hand. Rough Rider Cavalry. Gosh darn it. Why? Oh, that was such a good draw. That was a tremendous draw. I can't believe that. Okay, huge. Okay. We're definitely cutting a land on the draw here. I think we might just go 16 after the way these games have played out. And added Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Or maybe... I mean, we did see that Rough Rider guy, but we can maybe just add in the Wolf Bat again. I think the extra removal could be handy. Let's just add an extra blocker guy. And we'll just remember they have the Rough Rider for when we're planning our kill spell usage. We do have quite a bit of ramp. Turn 3 4-drops has been pretty easy to do. We've done that a couple times now. I think we mulligan this. Seismic Sense isn't quite a land unless you already have 2. Keep this. Ditch the Badger Mole. Unfortunate they're going to get a scry in here. Scry to the bottom, okay. Wow. Let's just take that thing down now. They just use this to deal extra 4 damage. 3-top Freedom Fighter, sure. We're just trying to survive here, and then the Raven Eagle can start gaining us a little bit of life back. Sure. Sure. They probably have to assume I have, like, sold out or something. Oh, that's a great draw. Because if they kill it, we get to 4/4 anyway, and we can still block Yu-Yan archers. It is still dicey, though. If they have an exile-based kill spell, it's not the greatest. Like if they have Lightning Strike or something like that, we're in okay shape. I think that if they had the Aang's Waterbending card, they would have already used it. Okay. Oh, that's horrifying. That's really bad for me. Okay, here we really need to hit a land. We might still be in this. The Jets brainwashing. If they had just waited on the Jets brainwashing, though I guess they wouldn't have gotten to attack that turn. I don't know. Oh man, we are in dicey shape. We didn't mill any creatures for Arzuko's Conviction. This would be a reasonable time to draw a Cat Gator, though we're 1 mana short still. Oh, that Jet brainwashing, that card is so good. They even get it back with the clue that they can sack. So close. I kind of want to get back to Bifong. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Gosh darn it. That was a tough loss. I think we had him, kind of. We were in really good shape. There wasn't much we could have done differently there, though. Brutal. That one game, we could have saved 3 life to survive 1 extra draw step against their Wandering Musicians, but we flooded out pretty bad that one game. Okay, battling game 3. Game 3, when everything's on the line. Gosh. I'm disappointed that we didn't get the trophy with this deck. It's a very sweet deck. Oh, man. That game was so close. If we had... I mean, we needed them not to top deck Lightning Strike that game. We were going to get out of range eventually. I think we were going to bring back the Eagle to... I mean, the Eagle Hawk, so we could try to get it back. It's tough. Those are tough losses where you're like, yeah, we were so close. We'll play first here. We'll keep this hand. Just felt like a lot had to go wrong for us to not be able to emerge victorious there. Playing a 4/4 haster followed by making my 4/4 unable to block is a pretty messed up line. That is pretty strong. You feeling strong? So we're playing this Raucous Audience here because we want to draw a land. And if we search out a land, it's less likely to draw the land. That was my logic there, at least. Also, against a blue deck, I didn't think there was much they could do. And then they played a Swamp, and there's still not much they can do for just 2 mana. Oh, this is such a cool play. This way I can attack with my Azula. I guess the question is, would I rather have Earth Rumble or a 2/2 and 2/1 in play? So maybe I should have done the other way. This card's pretty strong. Hits like a truck. Oh my gosh, am I getting quenched? Wow. Well, I guess I got punished for that play. I could have kind of avoided that. Ouch. They can sack it to get a clue now. It's just, this game fell apart. This card was better than a land would have been there, though. Come on, deck. You can do this. Keep battling. Fight, fight, fight. Shared Root's not looking great here. This is my hope they don't have a kill spell for Azula. Really, really hope they don't have a kill spell for Azula moment. Okay. Things are looking pretty bad. Okay, they have 2 more spells than I do. Oh my gosh. Oh no. June's gonna be unblockable now. They're draining me. Yep, okay. Where did it all go wrong? Oh man. The Quenchia got me so badly. I'm bringing Swamp Snare Trap. They have flyers. Oh man, this Drill is such a strong card. I don't think I need the barrels though. Their stuff is pretty small. Gosh. We got so punished for cutting the land. This would have been a land. Oh well. Gonna play the May into the Nation Warship. Okay. Crunch. They're playing green. Oh, they have Bifong as well. Oh my gosh. Rip me. Okay, made a couple clues. They can give their stuff unblockable. UA, sure. Okay. Can we get the job done? Okay, they take the damage, though. That's pretty huge. So they can have 2 blockers up. So we attack with everything. We sack a clue. They go block, block. They go to 1. Okay, so they're at 1. They can't cast non-creatures. Sure. Okay, we got him. Perfect. Boom. Heading to game 3. Oh my gosh. Especially knowing they have UA, I definitely want the Swamp Snare Trap. Holy heck, this is close. It all comes down to this. Phoenix Fleet Airship is messed up. So is Bifong's Bounty Hunters. I'm bringing back in the barrels. No, I don't really want the barrels. I'm just going to hope they don't draw those cards. Is that a good strategy? Not really. I have the 1 sold out. How do I deal with the... I have Heartless Act as well. Oh, man. But I can't really get them with the barrels anyway, because they'll just play around it. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's hope to get a Bifong Bounty Hunters on turn 3. Gosh, they have some really good cards. Oh, man. Nice. We got this. We got this. They could kill my guy. Sure. They have all spells in hand. This is rough. Maybe playing Shared Roots would have worked out. Nope, we got this. Okay. Play Azula first. If they quench it, we get another clue. They hit the land. Okay. Do they have the airship? Thank goodness they don't. Okay. I'm going to hold back for a turn. Because they do have the 2-mana 1/1 discard a card. Hawk, sure. Let's go with Azula. This is so close. I've gotten so many clues from my Raven Eagle, though. Come on, deck. Yes! We played around you, corrupt court official. For many years, we played around you. Boom! Let's go. Got the 2-1. We almost got the trophy, but we got the 2-1, and that's really nice. That's one of the benefits of playing the best of 3. You get 3 rounds, and in the last round, if you're 1-1, it's like, that is so intense. The difference between a 2-1 and a 1-2 is massive. I feel like we made Ethan proud. If you made it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag LordWin, because Lords Unlimited helping us get some nice wins with a sweet black-green deck. The Baifong Bounty Hunters pivot was absolutely clutch, and I think this was a really sweet deck. Got to showcase a lot of key things about the format truths, or rules of engagement, as Ethan likes to say. Definitely check out the Lords of Limited stuff that will be linked in the description down below, the newest episode of the podcast YouTube channel. Find the podcast anywhere you listen to your podcasts. You can find Ethan's Twitch stream to catch him live and ask him questions and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It's always great having such a qualified and fantastic guest. Just a lot of fun. That's going to do it for this one, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.